Do not let society corrupt your sacred healing journey. When you try to start healing, to start becoming better, it's like there's this influx of opinions on how to do that. Everyone has their own idea of what it means to be a better human being, what it means to be a healed human being, what it means to be a good person. So when you start down this path of like, I don't like myself, I don't like my life, I don't like whatever it is, you start doing things to make it better. So naturally, we often want to look outside of ourselves. And I'm not saying that it is not extremely helpful to see other people on their path and use that as inspiration for ourselves. The problem is we start taking what they did for their specific journey when really we should just be looking for them for inspiration. The mystical energy that runs through all of us creates a sense of uniqueness, creates a sense of specialness that is very specific. A lot of times when we become unhappy and we want to be better, it's so easy and quick to just turn to messages and turn to literally the advertising, the corrupt advertisement of, Western society that's going to tell you, oh, you're unhappy? You just need a smaller waist. You just need this procedure. You just need this. You just need this. You just need this. You just don't have enough. That's why you're unhappy. You need more. You need more. You need more. You need all of these things. And we all fall victim to that. I'm not above it. That's how the society works. It makes money off of us feeling self-conscious, off of us feeling insecure. And so when we go down this human life journey, we think that there's something wrong with us. So we become what society tells us to be, right? When in reality, when we're upset, when we're not feeling ourselves, when we feel lost and unstable or stagnant, the answers we're looking for are inside of us, right? We're looking for the specific thing, the specific, intangible thing that is going to enhance us specifically, that is going to push us forward specifically. And that's not outside of us. The problem is we can all go on this healing journey together, this beautiful sacred part of life of trying to become more ourselves. That's what healing is. But it's so specific for each of us. It is so sacred for each of us. So that if you are looking outside of yourself for answers, you're going to fall victim to false advertising. You're going to fall victim to societal standards, to beauty standards, to wealth standards, like to all. I think the problem is even when because a lot of like my deeper healing started with my spiritual awakening. And with that, like we search for like, we start searching. And then, you turn to spirituality content. And even though intentions are pure, a lot of it gets very clickbaity. Just keep doing this. Just keep wanting and desiring what they tell you to want, what they tell you to desire. It's not pure. That's where it becomes impure, is like we are still seeking what we're being taught to seek, what we have been framed to seek our whole lives. I think there's something so interesting in seeing a person who you don't understand. I feel like I've become such an accepting person, and that started with fully accepting myself. it's interesting because like I can see the moment before I got to this point where before I would see people who I didn't understand and it would bother me, I would judge them and I would just dislike them without even really acknowledging it or thinking about it. But now I see a person I don't understand and I'm like, oh my God, I love them. It's like almost like because I don't understand them, I understand myself better. There's like this girl I watch on YouTube who she just like is always speaking in different accents and like wild as clothes, like just like so funny and weird. And every time I watch a video of hers, I'm just like, what is happening? Like, who are you? And there's such a beauty in that because, like, why would you be normal? But when you really understand that, you see clearly how much you were living by other people's judgments and opinions, which are really just, you know, trickled down versions of society's opinions and standards. Like, even the way I'm living my life now, it's like I'm not working, I'm filming these videos, I'm living my life, I'm having a grand old time, I'm just having fun. And you know, if I let in the outside voices, it's very much like, well, what are you doing? What's your plan? Aren't you worried? Aren't you anxious? It's so like, this is why I don't listen to people anymore because I have never been happier in my life. I have never felt more free in my life. I've never felt more content in my life. I have never felt better about myself. And the external opinion of my life right now would look very different. I think I'm on top of the world. But if other people were to look at me, they would be like, jobless? Like, what are you doing with your life? I think I am the most successful person I know, but like, if you would ask other people in my life right now, they'd be like, yeah, we don't know what she's doing. I mean, I have always said my whole life, like, yeah, I don't care what other people think about me. But there was always, even that was, if that was true in some sense, like there was always a limit to that. Because when people say it, it's like almost like, especially if you actually say that, it's like you're trying to not care what other people think in a way because it's cool. So it's based on the fact that you do care what other people think. Whereas, like, now I have actually detached from other people's gaze, from other people's perspective, from other people's opinions of me, or opinions of people like me, or people in similar situations to me. I have just completely detached because I know I feel good right now. So if I feel good, there can't be anything wrong with what I'm doing. There simply can't. Because if I was doing something wrong, I would not feel this good. Like, people do things like that cause harm to other people, or like all of that comes from not feeling good. So like if I'm feeling like purely good, only good can come from that. And that's like, what else is there? What else is there besides that? That's like the only thing that matters, you know? And like a lot of times we get caught up in like, oh, I'm just not successful enough. I'm just not beautiful enough. I'm just not wealthy enough. And like, those are all ideas that you have been taught. You have been taught to seek more. You have been taught to get more attention, to get more recognition. And if you're not being recognized as wealthy, as successful, as beautiful, as hot, I don't know, like if you're not recognized that way, then you don't matter. And so it's like, in this society, our sense of self is completely based off of other people. there's no self in it. There's no self and sense of self. There's no sense. And so it's crazy because, like, even when you're trying to counteract that, when you come to this place of like trying to heal, trying to be better, self improvement is laced with people's opinions, people's projections of what they think better is, what they think improvement means. And that is only, you can only truly come to a place of feeling better if you define what that is for you. Because if you're just reading a self-improvement book that's like, oh, this is how you lose 20 pounds or like whatever, this is how you make $1 million, you're taking what that person tells you will make you feel better about yourself, and there's no self in it. There's no soul in it. It's just soulless improvement, right? Which, if you're not improving, if you're not bettering, becoming better at a soul level, then it's empty. Spirituality content targets our insecurities, targets our want for a better body, a better income, a better home, and takes us out of ourselves. And the only way you can really achieve betterment is finding that home within yourself, finding that security within yourself, finding that whatever $1 million feels like in yourself. Like, so you can get $1 million, who cares? Do you feel like $1 million? When you define how you want to be better, it allows you to define yourself. To define yourself now, to define yourself across time, to define yourself in a way that is not dependent on your life circumstances, that is not dependent on how you look. It's not dependent on any number, income, credit score, IQ level, any of these like arbitrary numbers that attempt to define you. It is not dependent on that. You define. Are you self-defined? Because if you're not, then I don't think you're better. I don't think you're healed. I don't think you feel successful. I don't think you feel good about yourself unless you define what that means for you. Look at all the stuff I'm doing, holding in my hands. I just do whatever I want. This is my favorite stone. I'm in touch with the dragons. I think that's all I'm going to say in this video, and we're going to see how it comes out. And however it comes out is how it comes out. And, you know, maybe we'll just post it and say, bleh, bleh. Anyway, if you took anything from this video that was helpful, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm so grateful that, like, I get to connect with you and we get to, like, have our energy exchange with each other, even if we don't know each other. It's so special, and I'm so grateful for this. So yeah, please, if you want to tell me about your life or how you're doing, let me know in the comments. You can also work with me directly if you're interested in spiritual healing, Reiki, tarot. You can go to my website, purplesighealing.com. You can also go to my other YouTube channel, which is Purple Sight Healing, for more healing-based content. I have Reiki over there, and some channeled messages. So if any of that resonates with you, definitely check it out. Otherwise, I will see you soon.